Hey everybody, it's Bobby here on Paula's YouTube channel. And the holidays have come and gone. We're into the new year and we might be starting to feel some of that extra weight from the holidays, from Christmas and New Year's. It's a time of year where we where we love to indulge and we're with our friends and family, and it's a great time of year, but you might walk away with a couple extra pounds. So why don't we talk about how to deal with that into the new year? Now, in the end, nothing's going to beat diet and exercise. You got to get out and move your body a little bit. But let's talk about some changes that we can make to our recipes, maybe to help us feel a little bit better and lose a couple of those holiday pounds. I did a show for a few years called Not My Mama's Meals, and it was my job to take my mother's recipes and slim them down in creative ways. And I had a blast doing it and really learned a lot there. So let's talk about some simple tricks. Mayonnaise is wonderful, and it's a big ingredient in a lot of recipes. An easy substitute for mayonnaise is Greek yogurt. Okay, it tastes great. It might take a little, it's kind of an acquired taste, but once you get used to it, it's great, and it really is a solid fill-in a lot of recipes. As far as drinking is concerned, if you can cut out sugary drinks, it'll be a big help. Overall, bring up your water intake and maybe go with, if you just have to have that carbonated feel and you really like it, like I do, rather than a soda, you might think about seltzer water. Carbonated waters are a good substitute. And if you can cut back just as much sugar in any of your recipes as you can, it's always a good thing. You could use Splenda or stevia is a good substitute. We use a lot of stevia in my house. Monk fruit is great. Just cutting back as much sugar as you possibly can. Let's see. I like the idea of kind of noshing on a lot of seeds and nuts, and I eat a lot of almonds and cashews and things like that. If you can sort of pop little snacks into your mouth throughout the day, it'll help you to not overeat when you get to your meals, which is another something that we should talk about. Overeating is like... You don't want to overeat anything, even good for you foods. So try to dial back on the amount that you're eating, and that'll help you a little bit too. As much fiber as you can eat to help you kind of feel full longer is also great. I like the idea of lots of fruits and vegetables with the skin on. A couple things that get a bad rap are potatoes. I don't think so. I think the potatoes are actually a pretty healthy. I like to bake potatoes, and I eat the whole potato, skin and all. The skin on a potato is where a lot of those vitamins and minerals and nutrients are. Sweet potatoes are a great substitute for potatoes if you wanted to go that route. So baking off a big sweet potato and eating the whole thing. Butter gets a bad rap, but I disagree. I think butter is a good thing. Fats are good for you as long as they're the right kind of fats and the right amount. So I use butter when I'm cooking my eggs. Eggs are a great, healthy food to eat. I think that you could eat just about as many eggs as you wanted to. I know people are going to say, well, what about the cholesterol? But eggs are a good, solid food. Avocados, man, we eat them like they're going out of style at my house. We eat them on toast. We mix them in with our eggs. My wife is from Venezuela, and she makes a wonderful. It's kind of like our cornbread, but it's called arepa, A-R-E-P-A, and they're wonderful. And we put cheese and eggs and avocado on the arepas. The biggest culprit, I think, is going to be the sugar, though. So dial back as much of that as you can, and you'll watch those 5 or 10 holiday pounds melt off. Maybe take a walk with your family after you have your dinner meal at night, and really drink as much water as you can instead of soda and things like that. And I think that you'll find that you feel better, and the walks will make you feel better, and you'll drop those few pounds before you know it. So if you've got some tips or tricks, you could go to Paula Deen's YouTube channel and let us know what you think and what your ideas for a healthier 2023 are. So I hope those work for you, and we'll see you in the new year.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.